Actually, I'm not sure if he's positioned it there for a reason or not. He could be just hiding it so that XellOs does not see if it's out or not. Possibly he's putting it in a position for some kind of a recall run, but I don't think that's the case. Anyways, Jangbi moving it, like I said, a ton of units, absolute ton of units here. I'm not sure, I didn't see if he had any observers there. I'm sure he does, actually. Yeah, the Arbiter just chilling outside of his base rather ominously. I'm not sure if... Oh, a ton of tanks setting up here, but I think they're a little bit too close together. There's not quite enough vultures to hold off those zealots. And more zealots coming in here. If he can kill off those zealots before the tanks kill each other off, then that will be crucial, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. XellOs is almost out of tanks. I think he still has some tanks up on that ridge, but crucially, those vultures off on the left side, not coming in time. Plenty of mines around. If those mines can go off and kill off some of his units before they... No, oh, barely able to pick off those mines. Zealots attacking the mines before they were able to do any damage. It was very close there. I was hoping... for a second, I thought all those mines were going to go off and just slaughter Jangbi's units, but they didn't. And actually, XellOs, I didn't realize he had that many tanks up on that ridge. I guess he learned his lesson from before, where he didn't have any tanks on that side, and Jangbi was able to move up that left ramp. So XellOs takes that match pretty well, actually, takes that battle. It's going to come down to both players looking like they're mined out in their mains now, so that's going to mean that that Jangbi's expansion, his extra expansions are going to be even more crucial right now. He's got that Arbiter. This is the first person view mode of Jangbi. You see he's moving that Arbiter around. I'm not sure where he's moving it. Looks like he might be... Oh, he's going for some kind of a recall. He's going to recall right into XellOs' base there, and recall goes down. He's going in with reinforcements as well, dropping with his shuttle. They're not showing what's going on. He's recalled his forces, and he's just not dealing with it. But it looks like... Wait, actually, no, I'm sorry. Maybe that recall didn't get off in time. Wow. You could see that he recalled it, but then he went back and the forces were there. I really am not sure what happened there because they were showing his first-person view, and Jangbi and XellOs weren't really specifically paying attention to what happened. And a bunch of spider mines going down there. And it looks like XellOs preparing for another recall. If he recalls right on top of those spider mines, his whole force will just explode. Just explode right off the bat. And it looks like Jangbi has been checking for mines beforehand, before going in with the recall the first time. So we'll see how that works. Another big battle coming in here. I think Jangbi's going to get pushed back though. XellOs doing a really, really good job of pushing him back. It seems like sometimes barely pushing him back there. He does have a lot of tanks built up now. He planted down a little defense matrix there on that lead tank. I'm sure that helped things a little bit. I wish I'd seen what happened with that recall. I'm sorry, but it looks like, in hindsight, what happened is the recall didn't get up in time because you could see that Arbiter was taking a lot of damage. And then the next moment, neither player seemed to be worried about what was going on over in that corner. So and I didn't see any forces there. So I'm pretty sure that recall didn't get off, which is a little bit tragic for Jangbi. But honestly, he was flying through like 3 turrets. It's kind of his own fault for not doing it. And now he's flying in again here. And this is not where those turrets are. It looks like he might be able... He does get the recall off this time. And this is going to be absolutely crucial for XellOs because this is his new expansion. If he loses this, he's going to be definitely behind economically. It does look like he's going to lose this because his forces are all on the other side of the map. I don't think he's going to be able to get his forces over here in time. So he was able to run out his SCVs, but that command center is going to die before... XellOs can get over there. XellOs, it looks like he might be massing for a counterattack, actually. He's massing his forces in the middle, and, oh my god, a ton of Stargates going up. I'm sorry, I didn't see if there was a fleet beacon there, but I think he's probably just making more Arbiters. Wow, a ton of Stargates. He could be going for some mass stasis field, and that could be absolutely devastating if he does do that. Stasis field obviously taking some units out of commission for quite a while, for basically the length of battle. And yes, so XellOs going for a counterattack here. He lost that base, and he knows that Jangbi's forces are kind of spread out because a portion of them were recalled over there. In the meantime, a counterattack going in for Jangbi here. He's moving some of his remaining forces in the middle over here to the side. Basically, this is going to be a slugfest to see who can kill the other fastest. And it looks like all of XellOs' forces are out in the field. He didn't leave any defenses behind, so his forces are out there. He's going to lose that expansion as natural as well. Meanwhile, just a ton of... Okay, there was a fleet beacon. I keep missing the crucial buildings here. I'm sorry about that. So it looks like, wow, actually he may not lose this expansion after all. He's lost a lot of SCVs, but XellOs bringing his tanks back here. He's been able to take out those Dragoons pretty easily, and he was repairing his command center, so he's able to keep that. But crucially, this carriers coming in might make the difference here. XellOs needs to start bringing out some Goliaths. I would have thought that he knew that those carriers were coming, but basically, with all those Stargates, Jangbi was able to make 4 carriers at once, and so he may have caught XellOs a little bit by surprise here. He's trying to move his tanks out of the way. In the meantime, though, XellOs has taken out those northern expansions for Jangbi. So Jangbi now running off of, I think, 1 expansion right now. And, oh, okay, yeah, Jangbi trying to make that island expansion, and XellOs has spotted it, so I don't think it's going to last for too long, although it will be easy for Jangbi to defend with those carriers. So yeah, now XellOs mining off of 1 base, basically, and Jangbi, I think, also mining off of 1 base, and he's trying to bring out his tanks before they get killed and try and do what damage he can before the tanks just get killed by the carriers. So kind of sacrificing them. He's got to pump out some Goliaths, though, and yeah, it looks like Jangbi's trying to take this base here, but that's not going to work. There's kind of too many mines and such in the way. Okay, he does have an observer, actually, so I think that might be able to get in there after all. Basically, XellOs doesn't have a way to kill off that island expansion, so he needs to try and take out Jangbi before that island expansion gets up and running, I think. There's not going to be a way that he can take out that base once it gets up and running. With those carriers, Jangbi will easily be able to defend the island. And now, that 1 base, this is the only base that Jangbi was mining off of, and now XellOs shelling it from over the ridge here, and if he can take out that Nexus, that'll be absolutely devastating for Jangbi. Jangbi now just having, he's got that Nexus up on that island. He's targeting command centers, harsh, and I'm not sure where. There's XellOs' Goliath there. He doesn't have a lot of Goliaths here. Like I said, he was down to just that 1 base mining, so he's not able to pump out a lot of Goliaths at this point. He's only got 4 Goliaths right now, and 4 Goliaths for 6 carriers is not a very good matchup. A couple more Goliaths coming in here, but it would have been better if he'd been able to hold those Goliaths back and attack with all 8 of them at the same time. But because now he's been kind of picked down, and more. Vulture's going in there. If he can pick off those probes, then Jangbi won't have anything to transfer over to that island base, and that might be the deciding factor. If he can, if XellOs can keep Jangbi from getting that island expansion up, more crucially, he needs to keep his expansion up. And if Jangbi takes out this base right here, that is going to be the end for XellOs, I think, because those carriers are just going to be too much, and he's targeting the command center. He's not even going for the SCVs. He's just going straight for the command center. And XellOs looks like he's trying to. XellOs GG's. Crazy, absolutely crazy match there. XellOs, I thought he had it there for a second. If he could have just taken out those carriers, that would have been the deciding factor. But Jangbi just had too many of them, and so you can see there XellOs. It might be a hint of disappointment in his face, but for the most part, he's just pretty straight face there. Anyways, so we'll see. Well done by Jangbi. I gotta give him credit for that. Man, I was really hoping, like I said, okay, the streak lives on. So I'm not going to commentate the losers match in the final match. I'm going to leave that to Diggity. So hopefully XellOs will be able to win the losers match in the final match and continue on in the MSL. We'll see how that goes. The rest of his group are Terrans, and he's been doing pretty good against Terran lately, although he's going to be doing good against Protoss too. Anyways, we'll see what happens. I'm going to go do Game 2 next, and look out for the rest of the group from Diggy. Alright.